Hi, I'm Neil, a DevOps engineer, an SRE, platform engineer. But what the heck do I do all day? In this video, you'll find out. So, how do I start the day? Well, coffee, obviously. I then walk into my office. Now, a lot of my colleagues, they work from home, and some of them do walk into an office if they're close enough to the customer. Maybe not every day of the week, but certainly 1 or 2 days of the week. Don't know why they do this. They're not obligated. They have their own reasons. I'm not obligated to walk into here either, but it does give me a chance to stretch my legs. Otherwise, I'd sit down all day and just drink coffee. Anyway, what happens after the coffee has gone? I make another one. But seriously, now I get in, and the first thing I need to do is I need to look at the dashboards. I need to check to see if all the infrastructure is ticking along just nicely. Is Jenkins running? Has it rebooted over the weekend? Do I need to do anything to it? Are the agents running? Are they registered correctly? Are they processing jobs? Is anything running particularly hot? Jump into a dashboard that shows me CPU usage, and is anything bouncing off the ceiling? Some things I've got alerts set up for, like how much database space we've got. Are we running out of data, or are we running out of space to put the data? Those kind of things all get checked in the morning. Take me about an hour or so. And then once everything's tickety-boo, I either need to raise a ticket for something that's gone wrong if it's not urgent, or fix it there and then, in which case we have runbooks that we've already written so that we know exactly what to do in that situation. Next comes stand-up. This is where I confer with my friends about what I intend to do today and what I did yesterday. I also hear from them about what they did yesterday and what they intend to do today. This is so that we all know what each other's doing and that we don't have any conflicts during the day. And if we do have conflicts, maybe it's the opportunity to work together. On larger teams I've been on, I often pair. This means I work alongside somebody else with either the same skill set as me, DevOps pairing, or an alternative DevOps type of skill set. Maybe they're a tester if we're writing tests. Maybe they're a programmer if we're helping to create some more programming guidelines. Or maybe they're from the logging team if I'm setting up some more alerts. Anyways, once the stand-up's done, we move on to doing some actual work. So once we're refueled for coffee again, we look at the current Kanban board. I'm sure you've all got one. And we look at the doing and what we just discussed in stand-up about what we're going to do. Now, this might be a range of things. We might have to upgrade some stuff. That's quite often. Artifactory. JFrog have dropped a new version, so we have to upgrade it. Therefore, we come up with a plan, write a runbook if we don't have one already, and then do the thing in test, ready to do a live the following day or something. Maybe we're adding new functionality. I've been part of a team that's been putting together an API in build and deploy, and this API takes inputs and events from all sorts of things. The simplest being a GitHub hook. Something changes on GitHub, it sends a link through to the API. The API then analyzes that, if I can say that, and then it does something with it. It might be build and test, because it's a PR check. Or it might be actually build and publish an artifact, because somebody's merged a PR. And then we might need a new feature in that API. So for instance, we might want it to check that there's other dependencies that are needing or updating. Now, we've added a new tool into the playbook, if you like. Our CI/CD pipeline now does an additional check. Are you running up-to-date software? Are your dependencies up to date? Something like that. There's always little improvements that can make everyone's life easier. Moving on to the afternoon, well, probably be some more programming. I love programming and I love automating things. And so automation to me is the heart of DevOps, SRE, and platform engineering. I'm providing tools and functionality so that the developers and other people on my team have an easier life. What's the one thing I can do today to make tomorrow easier and better for everybody else, including myself? Then in the evening, it's time to catch up. Catch up with some new knowledge, research new tools that are available, read the newsletters, maybe learn something. Or on some occasions, maybe I'm presenting at a meetup. I might be presenting at a meetup virtually like this, or maybe actually in person. Those are starting to come back now. I had an in-person meetup last week, which was very exciting. Maybe more in the new year. And also, I run a Q&A session every Wednesday. And so there you have it, what a day looks like for me. I start the morning with my early morning checks to make sure that everything's running fine. I then attend the stand-up so that I can catch up with what everyone achieved yesterday and what we hope to achieve today. And then I get on with doing some work, which usually is scripting. Could be Terraform, could be APIs, could be Python, could even be Golang, but expanding the features or fixing bugs in the tools that we're running. And then in the evening, connecting with the community, answering questions from you guys, asking questions from my mentors and peers, and gathering knowledge, and generally making myself more useful to everybody else. And this is why I'm here. I want to be more useful to you. Have you got any questions about SRE or DevOps or platform engineering? Then come along. Every Wednesday I run a Q&A, and the link is at techanswers.club, where you can come and ask me questions, and I will do my utmost best to serve you and answer those questions. It's a free session, so there's no worry about that. And I hope to see you on the next session. And I'd like to finish with a joke. A developer and a system administrator walk into a bar. The barman says, "What is this? Some kind of DevOps joke?" And they reply in unison, "It's not a joke, it's a collaborative deployment." They then proceed to spend the next hour arguing about who's going to write the infrastructure as code. Okay, so maybe not that funny, but jokes and humour are what get me through the day. So until next time, maybe I'll see you on the next DevOps session. The Q&A sessions every Wednesday over at Tech Answers Club. See you there.